Get ready. It's time for a well-deserved break, Pittsburgh, with Heather Abraham and David Highfield from the KDKA TV studios. It's Pittsburgh Today Live.
I just noticed something in the side of the studio right as we came on. There's a huge picture of Matt Damon on the projector screen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that later on. But right now, we'll tell you it's Tuesday. I was easily distracted today.
It's also National EMS Week, so if you look at the City-County building in downtown Pittsburgh, if you have to be commuting back to work this week, you're going to see overnight hours, it will be lit up in orange and white.
Yeah, we appreciate everything that first responders are doing right now, especially, and so we want to give them a shout out, all the EMS workers out there. All right, we have a question for you. How have you been sleeping lately? If you're having more weird dreams these days, you are not alone.
I feel like everyone is talking about this. Strange dreams.
I've been having strange dreams too.
You have?
Yeah. Have you?
Well, yeah, a few of them. And I haven't remembered them quite as much as others, but I do think that there's so much thinking and so much worry and anxiety that it's a lot to take in. Your brain tries to decompress it all overnight.
It's true, yeah. In fact, there is a researcher at Harvard that is doing this online survey of people's dreams during the coronavirus outbreak. She's gotten thousands of responses, and this is so interesting. They did an article in the Harvard Gazette on this. Her name is Deidre Barrett. She says some people are literally dreaming about the virus, but there are also metaphors. Like you might dream about a big cluster of bugs, or panicking over not having a mask, or a natural disaster that actually represents the coronavirus. So she sort of reads, a little deeper into some of this. She says many people right now are getting more sleep, so there's more time to dream. I
see.
Yeah.
Do you buy into the fact that your dreams mean something?
I do. I think it's your brain processing something. I don't know, I have had dreams before, like where I talk to my mom again, and I would love to believe that that's a message. So yeah, I guess sometimes I do think they mean something.
Like if dark water means something, or like if what certain things can mean, translate into. Right.
Do you think that's true?
I do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do think that your brain is trying to figure things out, and there's an area of your brain that's kind of working through. I don't know. Maybe.
Right. Yeah. Well, this researcher, she says too, if many people are waking up a lot in the course of the night, so they remember their dreams more.
That's
or they're sleeping longer, so they're actually dreaming more.
I wish that was the case for me.
But anyway, she also says something that is good news. You can kind of control your dreams, and that makes up today's list because she has some advice here of how you can dream better dreams. You can dream what you want to dream about.
And so first on the list is think of what you would like to dream about. I actually told this to Lila the other night. I said she wanted to dream about unicorns. I said, so think about unicorns all day. Maybe you'll dream about them.
I find it something small during the course of the day that I just think about a little bit. That'll come back and I'll dream about it. Yeah, I don't know why it comes
randomly.
Back. All right, so the other thing they say is put a photograph of what you're trying to dream about by your nightstand. So that's the last thing that you look at before you go to bed.
And they say that if you focus on a favorite dream you've had before, so right before you go to bed, if there's something that you'd like to dream about again.
Yeah, try to replay that dream. I know a lot of people, she says, have flying dreams, and I've had dreams where you just lift off the ground and start to fly, and I think that's so cool.
Two of the most terrifying dreams I've had, and they occur in different ways, trying to run and I can't run fast enough.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Have you had that one?
Oh, my, yes.
And you're just so, your legs just don't work anymore.
Right. It's like your legs have turned all rubbery.
Yes.
Yes. I think everybody's had that dream.
Or how about, have you ever tried to scream in your dream and you can't?
Yes.
Whew.
I also still have school dreams, like college dreams. Like I'm late for the final and I never ever made it to the class the entire semester and I can't find the building and, it's like traumatized from school.
It can really affect you though when you start your day. The next day after having a anxiety-ridden dream, don't you feel like you start off your
sort
day?
of a mood, yeah.
Figure it out.
All right, so remember when Jason Momoa was filming here in Pittsburgh a movie, and we tried everything to get him on the show. We seriously semi-stalked him at one point at one shooting location. We reached out to the proper people, we pleaded on the air. We even had Jason Mimosas because we thought, why not? And maybe he'll see this, and
Catch his
maybe
attention.
and maybe he'll call us up and say, yeah, I'll be right over and be on PTL.
Yeah.
Well,
No luck.
No luck for us, but it turned out differently for a radio station in Ireland. They had not Jason Momoa, but this guy, Matt
Damon.
So Matt Damon is hanging out in Ireland during all of this. He's locked down in Ireland, and these guys from a radio station heard that he was there, so they started on the radio station saying, hey, call us, call us.
Did they have something like Jason Mimosas?
I don't think they were that creative, but they had something else in their corner, Bono.
Okay.
So Bono from U2 gets involved in this. Apparently, Matt Damon had heard, but didn't write down a number for the radio station. And then Bono said, hey, you got to call these people because they are talking about this. They want you on the show. And then finally his wife said, you don't have to listen for the number. Look it up.
I missed it again. What is the
Look
number?
up the phone number. So anyway, in the end, they got Matt Damon on the radio show. The radio host was like beside himself that it actually happened.
Imagine.
So what we missed here is we needed Bono to get involved to help us out with Jason Momoa. And
Only
maybe it
we had
would've- Yeah.
Bono next time.
Only, yes.
Okay, a lot of you have probably seen this. This was circulating all over Twitter and social media yesterday, this very unusual house. And we are here to tell you, these are actual pictures from inside this house in Plum. Some people would question the validity of this posting on Zillow
Right.
initially when it was shared.
Both of us talked to the real estate agent this morning.
We went to
Yeah.
the original source, the original listing for this home, Berkshire Hathaway, and we spoke with Sam Pace, who put this listing up. From the outside, yeah, just a normal house in
Just
Plum,
ordinary,
right?
yeah.
Just
Nothing
a
special
simple
there.
little ranch. No, not simple at all, because this is the dining room, which is called the dining control room.
Yes, it literally looks like you are on a spaceship. And I love this. So the TV back there's a TV in the back. The TV is a working TV, but he also, the guy who owns this house currently, he has a loop on the TV that looks like you're flying through outer space. So, I mean, that is so cool.
And this may be the best. So he has turned the bedrooms
One of the
into
bedrooms,
theme bedrooms.
Yeah.
And this is one of the bedrooms. So perhaps you're looking for a little tropical getaway.
Yeah.
Right in your bedroom. Why not?
You don't have to go anywhere. There's actual sand there on the floor. So we just think this is wild, and they're asking $159,000 for it.
So I talked to Sam. We both did.
We both talked to
And I
Sam.
said, well, Sam, at least maybe after over 100,000 people have either viewed it, retweeted it, whatever. Maybe he'll get a little bit more than 159.
Yeah, the house is in Plum, and we will report. We will tell you what happens.
We're gonna keep you posted
We're
on
gonna
this
keep in
one.
touch with Sam. Yeah. Well, if you don't have a beach in your bedroom, maybe some of us can make it to Ocean City. Maybe this summer.
We actually have plans to go to Ocean City this summer.
do?
Our first family beach trip. We wanted to go somewhere close enough, like a
Right.
quick drive. So our fingers are crossed that we can still make it with everything that's going on. But this caught our eye yesterday because this company or this business, Fishtails, they decided to enlist the help of a company to make these bumper tables.
Yeah, they look like huge inner tubes, but they're tables, and the idea is that they will social distance everyone. So everyone will keep their distance. And you know what it reminds me of? And I don't have kids, so maybe these still exist, but when I was little,
Yeah.
there was like a round thing that my parents put me in, and it had wheels, and there was like a table all the way around, and it helped you walk.
I have so many questions about this though. This does look like a lot of fun, but this is a bar and grill, right? So people are there socially distancing, drinking.
Yeah.
So what happens if you have to go to the bathroom? How do you get out of it?
Oh,
There's
that's a
no
good
chair
question.
to sit down.
No.
You could take a nap.
I would think
I
also
guess,
it would be better
but-
for outdoor use. Like I can't picture people going through
Like, oh,
doorways.
excuse me.
Like how does that work?
How do you get through a doorway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, there are questions there, but anyway, we applaud them for trying to come up with a creative idea to keep people socially distanced. Although they're not open yet. They're just open for takeout right now. So they're testing this.
I want to get these for the studio. That way I can maybe be a little bit closer to you and we can have some fun.
Okay.
Can
it'll
we
help us
contact the
stay- no.
company?
All right, well, you know, if you don't make it to Ocean City, maybe whenever people are able to travel again, eventually you can get to Las Vegas. And they have something interesting at the airport in Las Vegas. It is a vending machine, and it's full of PPE. They have gloves, masks, hand sanitizer, products that, you know, are hard to find right now.
Right.
And they have 2 vending machines at the airport in Las Vegas with this stuff.
Forgive me, I don't remember where it was, but several weeks ago, didn't we see something like this in Europe?
Yeah, Italy maybe?
Yes.
They had a vending machine for masks.
Yeah. That was empty, if I remember.
Yeah, it was empty. You know what? The vending machine I remember from our last trip to Las Vegas.
Champagne?
I took a picture of it because I was like, I've never seen a vending machine for champagne.
I now have like a growing list of things I want for the PTL studio. The bumper tables and a champagne vending machine.
Jill, is that possible? Can we get a champagne vending machine
Can you
in the
call your
studio?
people and make this happen?
There's no response from Jill.
It's like, move.
Oh, it's being delivered today, she says.
Move along.
All right. Well, we love it when you guys share things with us. And we got something from some viewers in Newcastle. Jeff Fiola shared something that his family does. So normally at Christmas time, they do a gingerbread house contest where everyone makes something. They post the pictures on social media, and then people on social media vote. So they've done this during the quarantine, and he shared some of the pictures of, they're very creative.
Love it. Look, Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah.
Well done.
Very well done with the drive-up window and everything.
Fantastic. Then we have this one, Wizard of Oz, which again, look, where do they find these props? They must have so many props.
I mean, the idea of the yellow brick road there, and you can see the house has fallen. You can see the witch's feet sticking out from under. I mean, there's a lot of detail.
This reminds me of Halloween.
Oh.
When we were...
When we were dressed up as the Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
I was the Cowardly Lion, and that costume was like 5,000 degrees.
So hot.
It was a very long hour on Halloween.
And then I love this tiki hut, which is great.
This actually was the winner. The people voted online, and this came in the winner. I don't know what the prize was, but once again, we're back to the beach theme.
Yeah, well, I think that people are just dreaming of some place that's relaxing and less stressful, right?
Exactly.
Did you know that the tiki boats are coming back on the river June 1st?
Yeah, I got a text from Dale, who runs them.
Did you?
Yes, and so yeah, the tiki boats, we did that last summer. You didn't get to do it though.
Yeah, and I can't remember, was it while I was pregnant or right after I had Rocco? But yes, you guys had a lot of fun out on the river.
Right after you had Rocco.
Yeah,
and we went out on the tiki boats. Yeah, it's still a wild thing to see those on Pittsburgh's waters.
Yeah.
It just seems sort of like something you wouldn't expect.
Well, our thanks to Jeff for sending those in. I know at the beginning of quarantine where people were trying to really get creative and pass the time and have fun, we saw a lot of people decorating, putting their Christmas decorations back out.
Oh,
and putting their tree. Did you hear about this?
No.
And so a lot of people were trying to have fun and bring back something that was pleasant and peaceful and fun. And so we love that Jeff was doing this with his family.
Yeah, it's a creative way to, you know, spend the time and also to share your creativity.
Right.
Yeah. All right, well, do you know what today is? Aside from the fact that it's Tuesday, it is Cooking with the Crew Day, and guess what? It's my turn. Coming up, I will share a favorite recipe of ours for crab cakes. And stay tuned for behind-the-scenes outtakes of us making this dish. Let's just say things did not go as planned the first time around.
This is so fun. Also ahead, we've heard of food distributions, pet food distributions, and today we are live at a baby formula distribution. Up next, see how babies in the Berg are getting some support during the pandemic.
Plus the Quarantine 15. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Those 15 pounds we've all put on while isolating at home. Well, coming up, why we can't stop snacking and how to lose those extra pounds. Thanks for watching PTL on this Tuesday morning, May 19th. We are just getting started, so stay with us. We have much more ahead.